Hello, time for another Man in Great book review. Today's book is Human Errors, a panorama of our glitches from pointless bones to broken genes, written by Nathan A. Lents and published by Mariner Books in 2018. It's 255 pages. Nathan Lents is a biology professor at the City University of New York, and he's also the author of the Human Evolution blog. I find that I need reading glasses to read this review. Thanks to arthritis in my knees, I can't stand for long without being in pain. Most of the little hair I have left has turned gray. And I'm taking pills for blood pressure, high cholesterol, and thanks to a genetic mutation, vitamin D deficiency. I've always thought that these problems are due to my advancing age, but according to Nathan Lents' book, Human Errors, the villain is human evolution itself. Most books about human evolution follow the same narrative. Defenseless, shrimpy hominids pop up in the African savanna. They gradually develop gigantic brains. The next thing you know, they're building cities, designing video games, and charging $5 for a cup of coffee. Lents' book turns this narrative on its head. Human Errors is about the mistakes and bad designs natural selection has left us with. The book's main argument is that natural selection comes up with a design that works well enough to keep us from becoming extinct and then stops. It's as if Apple stopped making phones after the iPhone 4. When our ancestors changed their behavior, these design flaws became apparent. Walking upright on two legs puts more weight on our spine and knees than they evolved to handle. The result is chronic back and knee pain. Due to a mutation, our ancestors lost the ability to synthesize vitamin C, so we must take it in with our food each day. Our ancestors survived this mutation because they lived in an area where there's plenty of fresh fruits containing the vitamin. But when humans began to practice agriculture, we switched to a diet of mostly grain. Then vitamin C deficiency became a serious problem. The author also shows how some of our evolutionary defects only became apparent when our lifespans increased. As we age, the eye's lens becomes thicker. This causes most people to become far-sighted. In addition, the lens develops cataracts. If you live long enough, it's inevitable that cataracts will cause you to go blind. These lens defects were not an issue when our ancestors only lived to be 35 to 40 years old. Human Errors deals extensively with our teeth and the various defects. Our shrinking jaw crowds our teeth together so that orthodontists maintain a healthy business. Our switch in modern times to a sugar-heavy diet has caused tooth decay to become the most widespread disease in the Western world. The book delves into the cellular level to examine why the majority of our DNA doesn't code for any particular protein, the so-called junk DNA. The author's book also details our bizarre reproductive processes. We produce far more eggs than can ever be fertilized. If an egg does manage to get fertilized, it often fails to implant on the uterine wall in time. Sperm are forced to swim against gravity into a deadly pH environment. Unlike other primates, human females don't undergo physical changes to signal when they're ovulating. As a result, sexual intercourse is a hit or miss prospect in terms of procreation. After reading the chapter on reproduction, it's a wonder any of us have children at all. While Lents does not bring up creationism, Human Errors does provide a powerful attack on that theory. It's hard to imagine an intelligent designer creating a body with so many defects in it. Try to conceive of an architect drawing blueprints that are mostly scribbles and random lines, and yet that's what most of our DNA essentially is. With all of the built-up flaws that evolution has stuck us with, the reader can't help but wonder why we have not become extinct as the dodo. Lents' answer is that natural selection has also gifted us with a large cerebral cortex. Our brains have allowed us to develop compensations for our flaws: clothes, eyeglasses, antibiotics, artificial joints, and even genetic therapy. But this same brain has created nuclear weapons and environmental catastrophes which may yet lead to our demise. Human Errors is detailed and crammed with facts, but written in a light, accessible style with dashes of humor. It should be appreciated by anyone with interest in human biology and science in general. The book is Human Errors. The author is Nathan H. Lents. This has been another Man in Great book review. Thanks for watching.